In the limestone valleys of southern Europe, beneath layers of sediment and ancient ice, lie the skeletal remains of a people who were our closest extinct relatives, the Neanderthals. For over a century and a half, their story has been largely relegated to the shadows of our own historical narrative, portrayed sometimes as brutish hunters, other times as tragic relics of a bygone era. However, the advent of ancient DNA analysis is rewriting this narrative, offering unprecedented insights that may fundamentally alter our understanding of Neanderthal origins. For decades, the origins of Neanderthals have remained an enduring enigma. Their fossilized remains are scattered across a vast geographical expanse, from the caves of Spain to the Siberian plains, spanning hundreds of thousands of years. Yet their genetic signature, the very blueprint encoded within their cellular structure, suggests an even more ancient journey, extending back to a time long before Europe even knew their kind. A recent groundbreaking study, spearheaded by an international team of geneticists and paleoanthropologists, analyzed DNA extracted from Neanderthal fossils discovered in diverse locations, ranging from the renowned Vanish cave in Croatia to the remote Alai Mountains of southern Siberia. This comprehensive analysis revealed intricate connections between climate shifts, extensive migratory patterns, and interactions with other archaic human populations. Neanderthals were far from isolated. They were deeply intertwined with the broader tapestry of human evolution. Approximately 600,000 years ago, Neanderthals diverged from a common ancestor they shared with modern humans, likely Homo heidelbergensis, somewhere within the African or Eurasian continents. However, their precise point of origin remained elusive until now, a mystery finally beginning to unravel thanks to this groundbreaking genetic research. The team meticulously examined both nuclear and mitochondrial DNA, the latter inherited maternally, extracted from bones and teeth exceptionally preserved in permafrost conditions. These invaluable genetic fragments were then compared against a vast database encompassing hundreds of ancient and modern genomes from across the globe. The results unveiled a remarkable discovery. The earliest Neanderthals carry genetic traces of an even older lineage, one seemingly originating from the East, perhaps Central or East Asia, before their westward migration into the Ice Age landscapes of Europe. One of the most compelling findings emerged from the analysis of an Altai Neanderthal female who lived over 120,000 years ago. Her DNA revealed evidence of interbreeding with another enigmatic hominin group, the Denisovans, in the distant recesses of prehistory. This discovery fundamentally challenges the simplistic, linear narrative of Neanderthal evolution, instead suggesting a complex, interwoven history shaped by extensive contacts, genetic exchanges, and large-scale migrations. The genetic evidence further demonstrates the significant heterogeneity within Neanderthal populations. Early Western Neanderthals, such as those found in Cima de los Huesos cave in Spain, dating back over 430,000 years, possess distinct genetic profiles compared to their Eastern counterparts. This implies that multiple waves of Neanderthals migrated into Europe, leading to processes of replacement, intermingling, and even periods of coexistence among diverse Neanderthal groups. The question then arises, what were the driving forces behind their eastward origin and subsequent westward expansion? Paleoclimatic data suggests a significant role for climate change. Ice Age Europe was characterized by harsh winters and volatile landscapes, with glacial cycles forcing populations to seek refuge in southern regions during glacial maxima, only to expand northward again during warmer interglacial periods. These cyclical migrations likely facilitated contact between Neanderthals and other distant populations, including the ancestors of modern humans, far earlier than previously anticipated. Furthermore, the DNA analysis revealed another unexpected finding, a small yet significant contribution of genes from an even more ancient hominin, possibly Homo erectus, suggesting deep Asian roots predating their westward expansion. This surprising genetic link hints at a far more complex origin story, not a single birthplace, but a vast interconnected network spanning thousands of miles across Eurasia. The emerging picture depicts Neanderthals as far from the sluggish, isolated survivors traditionally portrayed. They were intrepid travelers, resourceful innovators, and remarkably adaptable survivors of epic journeys across vast distances. The next critical piece of this evolving puzzle comes from the Mesmeskaya Cave in the Caucasus Mountains, a crucial juncture between Europe and Asia, a region that has long presented formidable challenges to archaeologists. Here, researchers unearthed the remains of a Neanderthal child, her bones whispering tales of a life lived more than 40,000 years ago. Remarkably, her DNA differed significantly from Western European Neanderthals, exhibiting strong genetic links to populations from Far Eastern regions, echoing the ancestry observed in the Altai Neanderthal. This strengthens the hypothesis that the Caucasus region served not as a barrier, but rather as a crucial bridge connecting Ice Age Europe with the vast expanse of Asia. The chronology revealed by these ancient genomes is truly awe-inspiring. Between 100,000 and 60,000 years ago, Neanderthals experienced multiple phases of expansion and re-expansion into various regions. Each migratory event left subtle yet detectable alterations in their DNA, akin to footnotes in a previously unread book. Each movement likely resulted in interactions with other human groups, including our own ancestors. Understanding the Neanderthal story is intrinsically linked to understanding our own. Every person of non-African descent carries, on average, approximately 1 to 2% Neanderthal DNA. This inheritance is a direct consequence of interbreeding events, some occurring in the Middle East, others possibly further east, coinciding with the expansion of modern humans out of Africa around 60,000 years ago. However, the new genetic data pushes these encounters much further back in time. Indeed, specific Neanderthal lineages appear to have received genes from early modern human relatives over 200,000 years ago, long before the great human migration out of Africa. This implies waves of contact, separation, and reconnection spanning hundreds of millennia. Given their adaptability, the question of Neanderthal extinction around 40,000 years ago warrants further investigation. DNA provides a partial answer. By the end of their existence, Neanderthal populations had dwindled, becoming fragmented and isolated. This resulted in increased inbreeding, leading to reduced genetic diversity and making them more vulnerable to diseases and environmental pressures. Simultaneously, modern humans, possessing larger social networks, more extensive trade systems, and perhaps more adaptable technologies began spreading rapidly into Neanderthal territories. The genetic record, however, unequivocally demonstrates that Neanderthals did not simply disappear without leaving a mark. They left an indelible legacy woven into our own biology, genes that still influence our immune systems, our metabolism, and even our skin's response to sunlight. In essence, they remain with us, their presence echoing through our very genes. As ancient DNA technology continues to advance, researchers are actively pursuing Neanderthal genetic traces in unexpected places. In cave sediments lacking visible skeletal remains, in ancient tools that may contain microscopic blood residues, and even in the dental calculus of fossilized teeth. Every new discovery refines our understanding of a species whose origins were far more dynamic than static museum displays might suggest. The true origin of Neanderthals is not a single point on a map, but a complex network of journeys, exchanges, and adaptations spanning continents. It is a story of a people shaped by shifting glaciers, interactions with other human populations, and enduring memories of places thousands of miles apart. As the evidence continues to accumulate, a profound truth becomes increasingly undeniable. Understanding Neanderthals is crucial to understanding ourselves. Within every strand of our DNA lie echoes of their struggles, triumphs, and enduring resilience. They traversed landscapes that would challenge even the hardiest among us, hunted in the relentless cold that could prove fatal within minutes. Yet they adapted, survived, and thrived. The winds that swept through their shelters, the flickering firelight on stone walls, the shared meals, the songs and stories we can only imagine, all left their indelible mark on who we are today. By tracing their story, we are not merely uncovering the past, we are completing the missing chapters of our own.